What is the highest amount of damage you can negate in Pokemon TCG Pocket? Well, the answer depends on who you ask, but we're going to be looking at 4 different Pokemon that negate damage in different ways. At the end, I'm going to let you decide which is the best at doing it, so let's get into it. I'm sure the first Pokemon that comes to people's mind is Skarmoy EX. It just dropped in the latest set with some crazy support. Its attack Steel Wing costs 2 energy and does 70 damage. It has the effect, during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. Then you attach a Steel Apron to the Skarmoy EX, and you're stopping another 10 damage from incoming attacks. Lastly, we use Trainer Card Jasmine. She allows Skarmoy EX to take minus 50 damage on your opponent's next turn. Add that all up, and we're negating 80 damage per turn. I set a goal for myself to actually complete this combo in ranked, and I gotta say, this deck is a lot of fun. I managed to go on an 8-game win streak in Ultra Ball, but after an hour of gameplay, I had only managed to negate 70 damage from an incoming Sylveon EX attack. After what felt like forever, we managed to finally negate 80 damage, but we didn't even get to win that battle, but we take those, okay? We take those. Now, what if I told you there was a way to almost double the damage we just negated? Our second Pokemon is no other than Bastiodon. It has the ability Guarded Grill, which says, if any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, this Pokemon takes minus 100 damage from an attack. Then let's attach that Steel Apron we talked about earlier. Jasmine obviously doesn't work with Bastiodon, but Adamant does. Adamant allows Metal Pokemon to take minus 20 from incoming attacks next turn. Wisdom of Sea and Sky introduced another convoluted way to negate more damage. Unknown has the ability Guard, which negates an additional 10 damage from incoming attacks. However, you need another Unknown in play with a different ability for it to work. Once you have that, you're negating 140 damage total. I didn't want to tank my rank attempting this combo, so I went straight into randoms. Again, my goal was not necessarily to win the battle, but to make sure that we successfully negate 140 damage. I'm just gonna jump right into the highlight of the first battle of this deck. Oh wow, are you kidding me? Guys, we literally did it first try? That's right, on the very first attempt, we got a God Hand. Everything we needed to negate 140 damage right on the table. I don't care if we win. I just want to make it happen once, and I think we have it right here. I've got to sit up straight in my gaming chair. We have to flip a heads. Oh my God, we got it all. Oh my God. And Incineroar EX is capable of doing 160 damage. I managed to stall enough and assemble the pieces, and now we have it right here. This would do 160. If I flip, I gotta flip heads. Now it all came down to a coin flip. If we do flip a heads, we've successfully completed the challenge on our first try. Come on. This is the biggest coin flip of my life. Nope, no such luck. We still have an Adamant, so if we flip heads this time, we do complete the challenge. The biggest coin flip of my life right here. I'm not even joking when I say I've never been more disappointed in my life. After that, I kept going, unbroken by the failures of my past. We have the admin. They conceded? You little mother... They Maybe he's... I would have not attacked, brother. Even though we didn't negate the whole 140 in these games, we did manage to win a few. We do see it. They conceded? With that said, we got a Stokazard deck. Yes, sir, but that's not 140. That's not 140. And again, we got the God Hand. We're talking 140. If I get the coin flip, of course. We assembled the pieces, and now all it came down to was a coin flip. Yes, we've done it. Oh my God, look at this. 10. Yes, and there we have it. We have done it. We have succeeded. We have negated 140 damage in one turn. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Now going further into the battle, this may be Cope, but I think if their second Charizard was a Stokazard, we may have won it. Storm, oh no. I don't think we got a way out of this. Another heads though, oh my God. If there was a time. Hey, you made it halfway through. That means you like what you're seeing, so please consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you won't miss another video like this. Now, this third Pokemon is probably the one people ran to the comments to tell me about, the yellow bird itself, Oricorio. If you've been living under a rock, I'll read you Oricorio's ability. Safeguard. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. That's right, it can negate infinite damage. Or can it? How much damage can Oricorio actually negate? To know that, we need to find out how much damage you could actually do in Pokemon TCG Pocket. So I hopped into a private match with one of my viewers, PJA Deckmaster. We decided the fastest way to get to maximum damage is with Celebi EX and Superior, building it up with the Turn Energy and Leafeon EX's ability. Then all we had to do was put 26 energy on Celebi EX and see how much damage it does. Let's flip those coins. 50 coin flips. Go. This is gonna be fun. Ooh, okay. I'm feeling like we're going above. The greed they talk about in the Bible. All right, we need 20 heads. That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here it is. The maximum amount of damage in Pokemon TCG Pocket is... Ow! 990 damage. Now all there's left to do is swap in Oricorio and let it negate all the damage. Yeah. Off to a good start. Nice. Okay. I think we're gonna need 20, yeah? All right. Almost there. All right, we got 20, baby. Look at that. Pretty even. And nothing. Boom. We've negated the maximum damage in Pokemon Pocket with Oricorio. But what if the attacking Pokemon isn't an EX? Oricorio is defenseless against huge non-EX attacks. Let's talk about our last Pokemon. Well, it's honestly multiple Pokemon, but I went with one. There's a wide variety of Pokemon that have the effect of flipping a coin, and if heads, you prevent all incoming damage. The most popular one right now is Togekiss because it came out in the last set. Let's take it all the way back to Genetic Apex. Dugtrio. This Pokemon, when paired with Will, is able to negate all damage in the game. So we hopped into a final private match, built up a basic Leafeon to 25 energy, using Leafeon EX's ability. Here's the clip of that Oricorio again for reference. Now all that's left to do is activate Will, attack for 40 with Dugtrio, and flip that heads. And it's guaranteed to be heads. Boom, and there you have it. 990 damage completely tanked. Nothing. Nada. So which method do you like the most? Personally, I think Bastiodon is the real winner here. Negating all the damage with Oricorio, Dugtrio, etc. It's just not as fun as negating most of the damage, if that makes any sense. Infinite damage is not as tangible as 140, but maybe I'm just trauma bonded to the Pokemon after how much time I spent with it. Did I miss any Pokemon or effects? Is there a way to negate more damage that I'm missing? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, like, comment, and most importantly, please subscribe so I can continue providing you high quality content like this. Thank you so much. Peace. Boom. 990 on an Oricorio. That feels pretty good.